Welcome to the High Level Wife Podcast. This is a space for Christian wives who love God, want their marriage healed, and are done performing, fixing, striving, or trying to control their way to change. Here we're going to talk about marriage God's way through right order, surrender, heart posture, and spirit-led transformation. This is not self-help, it's discipleship. My name is Chelsey Holm, and my role is to help you move from awareness into obedience so real healing, wholeness, and restoration can take root. Let's begin.
Before we talk about intimacy, we need to talk about what's quietly killing it. Valentine's Day is a way of exposing things we learned to survive around. It brings intimacy to the surface, whether we want it to or not. For some women, it feels exciting. For many wives, it feels heavy. And for others, it feels like something they need to get through. If that's you, I want you to hear this clearly at the start. Nothing is wrong with you. What you're feeling isn't rebellion, it isn't hardness, and it isn't a lack of desire for your marriage. It's information, because heaviness is never the fruit of God's design. Let's go back to the garden for just a moment, because we have to start where it all began, right? Genesis tells us that Adam and Eve were naked and unashamed. Let that sit there for a second. Not just physically, fully seen, fully known, and fully safe. Then sin entered the chat. The first fruit of sin is not behavior, it's shame. They realized they were naked, and what did? They hid. And from that moment on, intimacy became something humans learned to manage instead of enjoy. So here's what I want you to notice. God didn't ask, why did you eat? He asked, why are you hiding? Because hiding always precedes fear. Fear always precedes control, and control always replaces trust. Many wives today are not struggling with intimacy. I know. I'll say that again. Many wives today are not struggling with intimacy. They are struggling with the unresolved fear that has taught their body to stay guarded. And culture, even Christian culture, has not helped this. We've been told just prioritize date nights, just be more intentional, just communicate better, just push through. But pushing through never heals fear. Again, pushing through never heals fear. I know you've felt that. I've felt that in the past. What it does is it teaches the body to endure what the heart hasn't agreed to yet. So when Valentine's Day comes around, it exposes the gap. It's this gap between what we're doing and what we actually feel safe enough to receive. If intimacy feels heavy, it's not because you're failing. It's because somewhere along the way, intimacy stopped feeling safe. Or maybe it never felt safe at all or in the first place. So here's the part that no one is saying out loud. Many wives have learned that intimacy comes with expectation. Expectation to perform, expectation to respond a certain way, expectation to give even when they're empty, and this expectation creates pressure. Pressure then kills desire. Pressure trains the body to brace. So if your body tightens instead of softens, and if your heart feels distant instead of open, if you feel guilty for not wanting what you should, quote unquote, want, that's not sin. That's a nervous system that has learned survival. And God is not offended by that, okay? He doesn't shame Adam and Eve for hiding. He pursues them by asking, where are you? Not what's wrong with you, not do better, not try harder. Simply, where are you? This episode is not about fixing intimacy. I know that that's the area we always go to, but it's about telling the truth because you cannot heal what you keep explaining away. And you cannot surrender what you won't first name. So today, the invitation is simply this. Stop performing, stop pushing, stop pretending this doesn't affect you. Let yourself be seen by God right where you are. I know it's uncomfortable, but intimacy does not begin with effort. It begins with safety, and safety begins when hiding ends. This is why the light exposes the darkness. The darkness cannot hide from it. So in the next episode, we're going to talk about what we're never meant to carry and how release begins when responsibility is returned to God. For now, I just want you to sit with this question. Where am I hiding and why? God is not rushing you in this. He's inviting you. Let the Lord tend to what was exposed today. You don't have to fix it.
If this episode stirred something in you, but high level wife feels like too big of a step right now, I want you to hear this clearly. You don't have to jump ahead to honor what God is doing. I created a short guided experience called From Awareness to Surrender for women who aren't ready for ongoing support but know they can't stay where they are. It includes 3 short teachings, a guided exercise, and a prayer I recorded over you. It's going to help you move from awareness into real response. You'll find the link in the show notes. And if you're not ready even for that, don't rush past this moment. Sit with God and ask Him what obedience looks like next.